Hello everyone, whether you follow me on YouTube or social media or if you've came to the shop. A year and pretty much 6-7 months ago we opened up Nick's Hobbies and Interests as a little hobby shop in the centre of Carmarthen in the indoor market. Back then it was just a shell and we were running it on a basis of we had £5,000 to spend on stock and shelving, displays. It went very quickly. Naturally, bills came in, rent, electric, etc., etc. That 5,000 got consumed quickly. But the one thing we did do is every time we had profit, we kept reinvesting it without taking any out for wages or anything. As long as the bills were paid, everything else, every penny, was replenished back into stock. And gradually, this first 6 months of being open were a struggle, but gradually, as we stayed open, the business continued to grow. More and more stock was coming in. I was at the time reviewing a bit more content, and of course anything that I wasn't keeping for myself would go into the shop and just be sold on to replace and of course buy something new to then review on the channel. As the store grew and its demands were growing, of course my YouTube channel suffered. I didn't get as much content out and it continued to suffer up until today. But as you can see, the development over the time was worth it in the eyes of the shop, you could say. And we've loved it. Everything from the start, the middle, and now, unfortunately, the end of the physical store. We've had all sorts of different things. The biggest success was Lego. We started with just minifigures on the front for literally, I think, £1 each. We bought up secondhand stuff. We got suppliers with new stuff, sealed, open. We had a good variety, and we still do. We still have plenty of Lego in storage that we are yet to even filter through the shop. But you should know that 2 weeks ago we did hand in our notice for this location. We are giving it up at the end of September. No fixed date is actually set at the end of September, so we're kind of just going to run it until the very last day of the month and then look at closing everything down. Everything you do see will be made available through social media or eBay, etc., that kind of thing. You can reach out, our phone line, email address, everything's staying active, but we will be just closing the physical store. I hope to still meet up with customers and suppliers. I'll be going to auctions, toy fairs. I'll still be doing all the rounds, but just in my own personal time now. I won't have the commitment of being at the shop all these days. It's in my contract at the moment to be there at such and such for such and such time, and it will be nice just to be able to step back and have a bit more free time. But with that, the honest truth of this, and one of the contributing factors, is I've got a family of 3 that I need to support, and I can't do that with this hobby shop. It's surviving and it's done well and it's thriving. It is doing really well, but it's not enough to take a wage packet that can support a family in this day and age. And I need a job that's got a guaranteed paycheck at the end of the month, and this just isn't it. Some days we do really well, but I need that guarantee. I can't be looking to pay rent and looking to pay all the family bills if the shop has some quiet weeks, which it has suffered from in the past. And I need guarantees, and that is just not this anymore, unfortunately. It is sad to say, and as much as we love our customers, and as much as I'd still like to see them and sort of spend time with them, I need to be more realistic and put family first. I'm quite a social butterfly. I will talk to many people, sit down and have coffee with them, have lunch with them, and I will happily meet up with customers, after the store's closed. I hope to carry on with my YouTube. That is the plan, is to try and get out like product reviews at least twice a week, especially now that I'm going to have a bit more free time. Try and get back into YouTube as much as I can, but of course get a full-time job and do this side of it, the selling side anyway, as a sideline hustle. And that's kind of what it will become to a degree. I've got contacts and my own little network of people that are going to be looking out for like goodies here and there. So keep an eye on our social media pages. We will still upload, hopefully quite frequently, once or twice a week at least, and we'll show you what we found. If it interests you, great. We can set up something where you can either pick it up, like we can meet for coffee in exchange, or of course, what I really want to do is the product reviews. So naturally, if we do pick up something really cool and I'm thinking, yes, let's get that in the lightbox and go and make a video of it, I will. But everything, again, will just go round. Whatever we sell just funds the next lot, whether it's a job lot or just a few little goodies. It was mentioned early on because I've got a Hot Toys collection of 1/6 scale action figures. Somebody mentioned to me very early on in the business, they were saying, Nick, it'd be great if you could get them. But they are a very expensive, high-class toy. It's that outlay. You know, you could spend £1,000 and you may only get 4. If you're lucky, you could get many more. But it's having the money to invest in these products. And we did a calculation just the other day, and we have £12,000 worth of Lego in the store. I plan to review most of whatever content's left by the end of September. Whether it's open Lego sets or Warhammer sets, whatever we've got, I will put in front of a green screen or in my lightbox, depending on its size. I really wanted to show you the Wally, the big 3D printed Wally we made for the shop. So I might get the green screen out and get it up against the wall because that thing's huge. It will not fit in the lightbox. Now that you all are aware of what's going on, I'm going to enjoy August and then focus on closing the shop down through September. It won't be an immediate we're snap and gone. That will happen at the very end of September. We will still be there full hours through September, but it's just at the very end of the month is when we will wrap up things. You'll slowly see more and more goes into storage. We've already started that process. Box by box, we will start emptying the shop. But naturally, the Lego, the Warhammer, the model trains, etc. There's so much we will leave just on the borders of the shop. The rest, everything inside the shop as such, that will most likely get filtered out slowly, bit by bit. But we'll see. We'll see how well August goes for us, and we'll see what our plans are in September. But as you can see, we have got a lot, and this isn't even, I wouldn't even say half of what we've got in storage. We have got boxes from floor to ceiling in a storage unit in particular, and some of them are marked up, but a lot of them, they just say stock, like shop stock, and we haven't gone through them. Where we've just been buying in bulk, they've all just got stored. So it's that turnover of we needed things to sell in the shop in order to bring new stuff in. Let's take a Lego set. We've got sealed sets in storage just waiting to come in, but until others move, we either turn them over and just switch them out now and again, or they need to sell. So yeah, there's been learning curves. I've made little mistakes now and again. The biggest mistake in the shop's history was I paid a lot of money for some stuff very early on without doing any research on their actual value. And that was a chunk of cash gone on maybe 10 items that didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. I paid £25 a piece for them, to give you an idea, when their recommended retail price was only 14. So I overpaid for something and did that 10 times over. So yeah, that was the biggest mistake, and one that I've quickly learned from, that you should always research what you're buying before you just commit to giving people your money. So yes, I would, out of everything I could advise you to do from this experience of, 18 months of trading, that's definitely one thing I'd recommend. There has been other minor moments, but overall I've enjoyed it. I can look back and think, yep, that was 18 months where we experimented, we tried something, we gave it a go, we gave it a shot, and we're ready to now move on. Again, think of it as a chapter in a book. It's time for the next chapter. Same train, but on a different track. Entering a new level on a game. There's many different versions you could say, but basically, until next time, feel free to contact us. More content will come to YouTube. Keep an eye on our social media platforms. Our email address, phone number, social media, everything will stay active. We'll make sure it's as easy as possible for you to contact us. Until then, take care.